his judgment bond of nearly $500 million was slashed just yesterday. And so we're going to talk about that for a little bit here. So this comes by way of Fox News, who broke it yesterday morning around 11:30. Headline reads from Brooke Singman, Trump's $454 million judgment bond slashed by more than half in appeals court ruling. An appeals court slashed former President Trump's bond payment, saying he must pay $175 million within the next 10 days versus 454. Trump had previously faced a Monday deadline to pay the bond that came as a result of civil fraud allegations from New York Attorney General Letitia James. A New York appeals court, hours before the deadline to post the $450 million, lowered that bond considerably. The court ordered that Trump posts $175 million within 10 days. Trump promptly said he will abide by the appeals decision and post the $175 million bond. If Trump posts $175 million by the new deadline, it would effectively block James from her attempts to seize Trump's assets as he continues to appeal the judgment by New York Judge Arthur Engoron.
Yeah, I mean, people don't understand that's super common, right? To have a judgment and then it goes to the Court of Appeals. Correct. And then it gets changed. But what I think is more stupid is the fact that the public, not you guys listening to the show, but the public doesn't understand how real estate's valued. So what they tried to say that is he fraudulently lied about his net worth or the value of those assets. Mind you, the bank that gave him the loan to leverage up against those assets testified on his behalf and said that he didn't do anything wrong. Because what's happened in the last 3 years? The last 3 years, interest rates have gone out of hand, right? So interest rates go up, cap rates decompress, the value of real estate goes down drastically. And so if I had to guess, I don't know this specifically, but that $454 million is probably based off of the previous valuations that he said he fraudulently claimed. And they just repriced it based off of today's valuations and said, he could probably extract $175 million out of those properties. And so it's a more realistic today value of that real estate and relative value of what he gained from that he would be able to pay it back. And so the other misconception, I guess, to follow that is people just assume that like somebody's a billionaire, that they're just sitting on $1 billion just dollar cash. Bills, like Scrooge from the DuckTales. Okay. Remember he was swimming his gold coins or whatever. That's what they think it's like.
What DuckTales are?
Yeah. Ooh. Oh okay. Man, Cole, you need to be educated, buddy. But the concept is like the reason that the property is upside down is because the Federal Reserve, who's technically a proxy for all the banks and all the corporations and the federal government, they're not really a government agency, changed the interest rates. And Donald Trump was doing exactly what the tax code incentivizes him to do. The federal tax code that has 5,800 pages, only 30 of which are written for paying taxes.
Facts.
The government asks you to deploy capital into real estate development, to build new projects, to provide housing, and to create jobs. So he did absolutely nothing wrong. He just played the hand that was put in front of him. Now he's just, being strategic because he lost the civil case, but he does have there's a chance that he could come back, and I'm just waiting for what his counter move is going to be, because odds are he's going to probably try to turn around and go after some sort of, there's no way he's just going to lay down.